Right, I will close down Florence. Sorry, sweetheart. It's time to go. It's time to go. How is everyone? Is anybody starting to get the weekend feels yet? Hi, gorgeous. Hello, my sweethearts. Hello, hello. Let me just see if I can bring this up live on Facebook so I can see your names. Oh, I thought a little bit of a treat from next. It's quite forgiving as well, ladies. It's worth having a look at it. Albeit the weather has changed a little bit, with it being sunny, I still thought I would make an effort and put a summer dress on. Here we are, I can see it. Right, I've marked that as an announcement. Brilliant, I can see Jackie Bernice. Hello, Bernice. Sorry it took you a while, sweetheart. Hi, Claire. Hi, Julia. Brilliant, you've got Jackie. Oh, we've got all the gang. Come in, my darlings. And I know a lot of people catch up on replay, and we've got people on Zoom as well. Hello, beautiful Naomi and Amanda and all the rest of the gang. Honestly, full props to you ladies for showing up and not giving up and keeping going. I know there's a multitude of demands on your time, and we're going to talk a bit more about time today. Not from like a boring time management perspective, just from how can we get control of our life and our diaries and make time work for us. Hello, Rachel. Hi, Hannah. Who else have we got? Beautiful. Well, listen, today, I'm not going to mess about, ladies. I'm going to get straight into it because we have got some really juicy topics to talk about today. Hi, Emma. Hello, gorgeous. Nice to see you, sweetheart. And everybody else, hello to everybody on the replay. Make sure that you drop us a hashtag replay because I know there's so many of you that catch up and you've got a minute. So today we are on week 4 and we are all about doing. Notice how I kept like the D's all the way through, but maybe a more appropriate word is action because we love to take action. And if we don't, we're going to get comfortable with it really quickly because action is our lifeblood. And it means that we've got momentum, which means that we can just keep on going through life like a rolling stone, gathering all that momentum. And all of these steps lead us to living an ignited life where we are totally awesome, which is what it's all about, isn't it? So first of all, I am going to talk. Hi, Melanie. I've just got my notes so I stay on track. I'm going to talk to you about how we can make sure that we keep our detective radar on. Can you remember we talked about that at the beginning of the week? We're noticing, we're observing, we're reflecting and thinking, that's interesting. Why is that having that impact on me? How do I really feel about this? And I want to talk to you about the killers of action, the things that just pop a pin in it and try and keep us playing small. And I'll quickly talk you through the legitimate reasons why they do that. So, you know, I've already given you the heads up that I am not a big fan over here of the word perfect. That was my most ladylike attempt at pretending to spit. I wish I could see you all. I'd maybe get you all to do the same. If you by yourself, turn around and just go, perfectionism, who needs it? It's for losers. It's for people that want to play small and not have momentum in their lives. And we have got action takers on this call, haven't we? Pop it in the comments. Who's an action taker? Me. I'm an action taker. I'm an action taker. The proof is in the puddle. Trisha, you are here with us live. Hello, beautiful lady. Hope you're feeling better and got a good night's sleep, my darling. So let's get straight to it. Perfectionism. Of course we want things to be perfect, don't we? Melanie spitting like a camel. Cracks me up. We want things to be perfect, don't we? Nobody wants to create something that has faults in it. Nobody wants to put something out there into the world that is going to open ourselves up to criticism. So I respect the notion of perfectionism. I like it when things are perfect and without faults. But to live an ignited life, we need to know that we are all about progress and not perfection. Can I get a hell yeah for the progress and not perfection? And I've got an analogy for you that somebody shared with me years ago and it's stuck with me ever since. So bear with me while I share my screen. And it is about the thing that is with us pretty much 24/7, our phones. Now, this is not going to be a lecture about phones. might end up a little bit of a lecture about the phones, but that's not the main purpose of it. And I want you to think about the iPhone analogy whenever you're thinking about taking some form of action. So the iPhone came out in what, 2007? Now, when they put that out on the market, did they think this is perfect? This is not going to need any changes at all? No, of course they didn't. They put it out there and they thought, this is changing the game. Let's get the user feedback. Let's get it out there. Let's get it socialized. We'll see what comes back for it and we'll tweak it as we go. And this is something that I picked up from the internet, which is all of the different versions of iPhones that we've had since 2007. If my maths is right, we've had well over, actually, I'll check it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 21 different iPhones. And then if you would have a look at the software update as well, I'm sure on version 14 point something, 14.6 maybe. So think about any action that you take. Use the Apple or use the iPhone analogy, which is, did I do my best with what resources I had at the time? That might be your time, energy, money, information, the people who were around you. If you can say, do you know what? Yeah, all things taken into account, I did the best that I can do. Make that action, my darling. Because often we internalize so many things, don't we? And we think we can anticipate everything because we're all bright women. Of course we are. But the proof in the pudding is actually just when you do something and you start taking that action as well. So can we all either put an emoji of a phone on there? I love this one. What's this one? Let's make sure it dies quickly so they buy a new one. Oh, absolutely. There's a big commercial element to it too. They're not stupid, are they? But within our lives as well, when we think about variables, and sometimes perfectionism is pretty close to control, isn't it? And our need for control. And I know that that's certainly something that I grapple with and probably still do grapple with as well, to relinquish control sometimes and say, Laura, you've done your best and your best is bloody good enough. Jackie's straight on up the emoji. Nice one, babe. So let's think, Apple, iPhone analogy. We can strive for perfection, but it is not going to be our guiding principle, okay? Now, what goes hand in hand with perfectionism sometimes? Procrastination, doesn't it? I'm just going to stop sharing the screen there so I can see you. Procrastination. And I know that Nicola was talking about this morning in our post. We all talk about it a lot. And I want to give you an insight or a hack or a perspective that you might want to think about perfectionism. Perfectionism essentially is just a habit. It's a habit like anything else that we've got in our lives. All of our behaviours, the decisions that we make on a day-to-day basis, effectively, they're all habits, aren't they? The chances are we did the same things yesterday, maybe the day before, and we're likely to do the same things tomorrow and so on. So knowing that it's a habit gives us permission to know, well, hang on a minute, I know that I can change habits. You ladies have formed a habit this week. This is the 4th time you've showed up for this. You've had a good go at your growth work. You've been reflecting. You've been doing new things. This time last week, would you have thought you'd have stuck it out? Maybe not. You'd have probably thought, dip my toe in the water. See if what she says makes any sense. Some of it does. And let's see what comes of it. So please use this as proof that we're all capable of making habits and new habits all the time. Emma, it's going to be your strength now. And shall I tell you why? Oh, flattery will get you everywhere. Thank you. Shall I tell you why we procrastinate and what it is? It's actually a form of stress relief. So it's our brain's really clever way of saying, oh, hang on, I'm noticing my stress levels are getting a bit high. I'm noticing maybe that the stakes are a little bit higher with something that I'm dealing with, and maybe there's risk involved. And our brains, which, let's be honest, haven't from a physical hardware perspective, haven't changed since prehistoric days of looking out for saber-toothed tigers and thinking about starving and who else is going to come over the rocks and attack our family. Our brain goes, red alert, risk, risk. Right, how can I break the circuit? How can I alleviate Emma of stress? Emma, go and pick up your phone, babe. Honestly, have a look, see what Laura's up to today. Oh, you meant to check in on, oh, yes, you meant to catch up. And before you know it, we are deep in a scroll hole, aren't we? I love that expression, by the way. So what have we learned from that? Procrastination is a habit. It's also a stress relief. So it's well intended and it's meant to be a signal that says something isn't quite right, the balance is wrong. And remember, we trust our brains so much. Ultimately, our brains are there to keep us safe and to keep us alive. They're not there to make us happy. We can effectively live without being happy. So by doing these hacks, you are going to start rewiring your brain. And because we're all about action and doing, we're going to start doing some of those things today. Does that make sense? Let me know, my loves. The scroll hole is real. Yes. Let me get Facebook back on. Yes, Trisha. Oh, Trisha, you're worth it. Yes, hi, Sarah Bliss. Scroll hole, love it and hate it. Of course. Emma, I'm stuck in a dreadful scroll hole. And I'll tell you for why, my darling. I did say I wasn't going to lecture about phones, but I think it is so important. It's not a lecture. I'm giving you information. Whenever we pick up our phones, we get a hit of a chemical called dopamine. And that's our body's feel-good chemical. It's also the same chemical that's released when people are gambling, when people have addictions, be it alcohol or drug. And Lord only knows how many of us are addicted to this. Do you know the UK average, us as Brits, don't know if the Americans are different, I imagine not, we pick up our phone on average every 12 minutes. What the hell? And the reason we do it, again, stress relief. We want to have the buzz, don't we, of seeing, oh, who's messaged me, who sent me a comment on something, who's given me something that I can action, a tick off our ever-growing lists. We all do it. I think that's such a good idea, by the way, putting your phone on airplane mode. And also turning notifications off as well. So even for this group, for all the other Facebook groups, for Instagram, for WhatsApp, for emails, I'll go into my settings and turn the notifications off so nothing gets pushed to me. It's only when I go into the apps, I pull it out and I can see what's happening. So that would be a hack that I would really try. Totally, Jackie, the FOMO fear is real, fear of missing out. Let's turn that to JOMO, the joy of missing out, because we're going to have such ignited, exciting lives. We're not bothered about what other people are doing. We're in our own lanes. We're in our sexual cars from yesterday. Remember the Porsches, Aston Martins, the Cinderella. That made me laugh so much. You ladies are hilarious. And we are on our own journeys, okay? So again, be aware of phones, be aware of things that suck up your time without realising, and know that procrastination is a form of stress relief, okay? So it's something that we can overcome. And the way that we can overcome it is, you guessed it, by taking action. And one of the hacks that I've got for taking action, which is from one of my favourite women in the whole wide world. If you're not familiar with Mel Robbins, get familiar with her very quickly. She is a legend. And Mel Robbins is famous for the 5-second rule. That's not the rule when you drop something on the floor and then you can pick it up and eat it in 5 seconds. Needs to be like a 2-second rule in my house. I can't remember last time I cleaned the floors. Let's not get distracted, Laura. We're not here to talk about cleaning. What she realised, and obviously via science, lots of scientists have backed it up, is in our brains, if we recognise that we want to take some form of action, and if there's risk associated with it, we've only got a 5-second window to take action before our brain will talk us out of it and say, that's a ridiculous idea, why would you do that? So an example could be you're in a meeting, you have an idea and you think, oh, I wonder if I should say that. If you don't, put your hand up, be it virtually or in person. If you don't type something in, if you don't make your voice heard, your brain will shut you down and say, that's a ridiculous idea. Didn't Sarah already say that maybe an hour ago? Was that in the last meeting? Hang on, this is so obvious. Why hasn't somebody else thought of this? there must be a flaw with my idea. Similarly, you sat on the sofa, please tell me it's not just me, and you go, I haven't done any exercise today, I should really get myself out for a walk or a run. Oh, no, I'm just going to put Netflix on, I'll come back to it tomorrow. As soon as you have that thought, what I want you to do is, and ideally if you can count out loud, count from 5 and count backwards. 5, 4, 3, 2. Don't wait. 2, 1, and you get up before you've even finished and you've got to 1. I want you to think of it like a rocket blast off into space, okay? So you have the thought, you want to do it, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 it, do it, let's get it done. How does that sound, ladies? Can you give me a rocket emoji? Can you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 it in the comments? Let's keep it going. And that has literally changed my life. I don't, it's not hyperbole, is that the word? Hyperbolic statement? I'm not exaggerating, basically. So even things like doing this course now, I only decided last Monday to do it because I had a calling to help women and just recognise that I know that the world's changing at the point where we're starting to open up a little bit lockdown-wise and so on. But I think we need more time and attention on ourselves to be intentional. Had I, which I nearly did, overthought that, well done ladies, love the rockets. Emma is honoured. Hi Julia, hi Bernice, hi Jackie, you're all amazing ladies. Hi Melanie. Had I overthought that and thought, you're not going to pull together content in a week, Laura, how the hell are you going to get the message out? What are people going to think about you if you put this challenge? Like, had I listened and overthought that, I would never have done it. So do you know what I started to do? I started to talk about it. I started putting posts out there. I put calendar invites in. I locked myself into it so that I couldn't turn around and walk away from it. Because when we do it, I like it a lot. It's very Austin Powers, Bernice. When we do that, we take that bold action and we don't overthink it. That's where we'll see those sizable gains in our life without doing dramatic transformational action. That all good, my darlings. Brilliant. First piece of growth work is, ideally within the next 12 hours, if not 24 hours, I want you to take at least 3 bits of action. Ideally, you might want to do it in those 2 focus areas that you're looking at. But I want you to take action and I want you to talk about it in the group. So it'll be #action. Let's keep it simple. That could be, for example, if you want to get more intentional about play, maybe being more present with your kids, you literally get the phone out of the room, you don't start dinner or you delegate dinner or whatever, and you sit on the floor for half an hour, 20 minutes, 15 minutes, builds up, and you play with your kids. You ring your daughter at university, you ring your mum, your sister, your brother, who you've been putting off and saying that you're going to ring for ages. But you know when you get off that call, you'll have made their day and you'll feel amazing. And you've mentally shown yourself that you're not going to let things carry over day by day by day. I need to do that, I should do that. Let's stop shoulding all over ourselves, and we either do it or we don't do it, okay? So 3 bits of action, ideally over the next 12 hours or so, and share it in the group. It can be small, it can be big. It can be going out for that walk. It can be chucking away your fat clothes in your wardrobe because you're not going to go back to that size. It could be buying clothes that are the next size up because you accept that you're never going to get back to the size you were, and it just causes you so much trauma every day squeezing into your jeans. I don't know, maybe just me. So that's our first bit of growth work. Then, courtesy of our Mel Robbins, I've got another tool for you, which I will share after the call. I'm sharing this tool because I want you to think about time. How many times, lots of times, do we say, we haven't got time for that, we're too busy for that, that's going to take too long? Who says that? I must say that on a daily basis, of course we do. Who agrees that we've all got the same amount of hours in the day? Of course we have. So how do some people get shit done and other people don't? How do some people move forward on the goals and other people just have it as a wistful thought that, unfortunately, when they look back on the deathbed, they'll think, I wish I'd done that. I really wanted to do that, but I didn't make the time. So many of us, don't we? But it doesn't need to be like that. So the tool that I'm going to share you, we do indeed, my darling, is Mel Robbins' Daily Planner. So let's get this up. It's on the slide deck again. I won't go into too much depth because it's pretty obvious, ladies, but it gives you, it splits it out. I think this side of the template's really cool. You can buy it as a journal. I'm not plugging it, by the way. I've got the actual journal, but you can, this is the template that she uses. So do it first thing in the morning if you can, or do it the night before if you want to plan it out. Today I feel this way because, so we're noticing, we're observing, we're diagnosing, our brain feels comfortable with what's going on. To feel more energized, I can X, Y, play more, do less work. Today, my top project is so-and-so. I won't read through everything. Don't pick any more than 3 things to prioritise in any day because you'll get overwhelmed and then you'll beat yourself up when your to-do list is still big, okay? This is the game changer down this side, which you probably can't see, but you will be able to see the templates. It's broken down hour by hour. And once you realise actually how much time you've got, I want you to be really intentional and really deliberate about what you do on those hours. And if it's not on your list, I mean, obviously we know that we get curveballs, stuff comes in that we weren't anticipating. But I want you to be really intentional and start setting boundaries and start saying no more. If you haven't planned for it, try not to do it unless it's unavoidable and you can do it. Does that sound like it could be a good tool? So that's your second piece of growth work, ladies. So as well as doing 3 points of action, I want you to look at this planner and try for tomorrow. Brilliant. Listen, ladies, it's as I said at the beginning of the week, none of this is rocket science. We all know it, don't we? But do we do it? And such a good point. I found out that people are cheating, they are sleeping less to do more. What the hell? It's like, how have we, just as humans, got us in this vicious circle of cutting down one of the most important things to us? I do it myself, I'm not judging here. And saying, I'll sacrifice that hour, 2 hours of sleep to do this. Stop, let's stop the craziness, okay? Let's make time, and let's make time work for us. And I want us all, and I invite us all to plan in time for you to do nothing, to read, to go for a walk, to have a soak in the bath, to eat your bar of chocolate, to ring your mum. Just do whatever makes you feel good, okay? And Laura, how many hours do you sleep? Not enough is the honest answer. I probably, well, this week, so it's been really busy, I've probably been going to bed at 11 and then getting up about 6:30. But ideally, ideally 10:30, I try and aim to be in bed for, and then it depends what time the kids wake me up because the little one still comes in the bed every night. But, and you know what, it's different for everybody. And if anybody's read Miracle Morning by Hal Edrod, which is a good read, he says whatever amount of sleep you've got before you go to sleep that night, tell yourself that you've got sufficient amount of hours. So even if you've got 6 hours, I'm going to feel great when I wake up. 5 hours, I'm going to feel great. Obviously, it's not sustainable going forwards, but everybody's got different body clocks. Absolutely, spend too much time writing the list rather than doing it. We're going to change that, darling. We're going to change that. Brilliant, Anne, that makes sense. Fantastic. Okay, so I'll share with you the guide as well. And you know what? This is where, genuinely, I've been able to move, it sounds like on paper, as quickly as I have, from being stuck in the corporate world and human resources to setting up my own business and having the opportunity to talk to beautiful, amazing women like you. It's because I took action. Scary, messy, imperfect, but courageous action. And you don't have to do anything as dramatic as burning the boats. And I mean, you might want to resign, whatever the decision is that you're grappling with, you will have your own ways of approaching this. But when you take that action and you take control of your time and you realise that the present moment right now is the only time we've got guaranteed. Yesterday's long gone. It's in our rearview mirror. Tomorrow, unfortunately, without sounding morbid, it's not getting back. It's not guaranteed for any of us, isn't it? And there'll just be more distractions and so on and so forth. Brilliant, my ladies. So now we know we're letting go of perfectionism. We recognise why we procrastinate. We're going to notice when we're doing it, and we're going to start asking ourselves, hang on a minute, why am I procrastinating? Must be stressed about something. See what I can do there, but I know for a fact what I can do is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 it. And again, even if you sat on the sofa and you're getting yourself into an anxious state, if you feel low, if your insides are churning, who knows, whatever emotional state you're in, you can 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 it. Get up, put the kettle on, go and stand in the back garden, feel the grass under your feet. Go and open the front door and breathe in big lungfuls of fresh air. Change your state, and your mind and your emotion will follow you as well. Absolutely right. Okay, my ladies. So I told you I wasn't messing about today, didn't I? I'm like progress, not perfection. And by the way, if anybody wants to, I can hang on for another 15 minutes if people want to have a chat or they've got any questions. Right, okay. I mentioned this yesterday, and thank you so much. A lot of you have gotten in touch with me overnight to ask for more details about the coaching program that I briefly talked about tomorrow. So I've had a good think. Part of the reason why I was up late last night. I'm like, right, how am I going to do this? Because I ran this program March through April, which was 6 weeks. It was brilliant. If anybody's actually on the call who did it, just say I did it. I think Emma's there, Amanda's there, Vicky's there. Not too sure who else is there. And I've changed it up. So I've got a slide for you, my darlings. Again, if you bear with me one moment, caller. Where am I? I'm on this one. Is this one working? There we go. So this is an Ignite group coaching program because I'm very conscious. I obviously do one-to-one coaching, but I'll be honest, I charge quite a lot of money for that. And the reason that I do that is my time's precious, your time's precious, and I only work with women who are prepared to put in the time and the energy to get the results that they want. But I want to be able to get all of you involved and keep this amazing energy going forwards. So this is my proposal to you. So I'm going to extend it from a 6-week program to a 3-month program. And I'll tell you the reason for why. I'm really conscious that we've got summer coming up as well. And if you're anything like me, after the year we've had, I want to kick back a little bit this summer and enjoy some time with my loved ones and hopefully getting out more. So I am going to do 4 weeks, starting from Tuesday the 30th. We're not messing about here. 4 weeks of group coaching. So it's going to be 90-minute sessions, just one a week. So that's all you need to do is for 4 weeks, carve out 90 minutes where you will come in to this intimate group where we'll have a limited number of women and I will change your life. I promise you. Hi, Maria. Hi, sweetheart. No problem, darling. What I'm then going to do, because before I did 6 weeks of this as well, but I'm really respectful of your time, I am going to give you short, punchy, bite-sized videos, which will cover a wide range of topics to get you to being your ignited self. So it will be everything from mastering their sneaky little mindsets, imposter syndrome, I don't know, not being able to take action, jealousy, worrying about what other people think, loads of stuff, really based on positive psychology as well. So it's not just going to be all kind of Debbie Downer stuff. It's going to be really impactful information, tips, hacks, techniques that you can implement in your life straight away so that you know who you are, because this is what we're doing, aren't we? We're increasing our self-awareness. So you're going to have those coaching sessions as well as the videos to support that as well. Then we're going to break when, I know not all of you have got young kids or kids, but we're going to break at the point where the kids break up. So 21st, 22nd of July. So you'll have done that 4 weeks of intensive learning, discovery, self-awareness, and you're going to have all of the summer to reflect on that, to soak it all up, to take action, to make changes. But I'm not just going to leave you hanging over the summer. So we have check-in points over the summer where we get together. It's going to be finalised by a big graduation ceremony in September, which is where before you even leave me in July, you're going to go into the summer with a detailed action plan for each and every one of you, okay? So that you know what you're doing, why and when. The other thing that I'd love to offer you as well, I know there's a lot of you who will cover resentment, absolutely, absolutely, jealousy, and without getting too distracted, jealousy and resentment sometimes can be wonderful tools to teach you and to shine, put the mirror on yourself as to what you really feel and why. So we will cover it all, my darling, we will cover it. Thanks, Emma. Would we still get stuff from it? Oh yeah. So this, what we've done here, Julia, really good question. We're just scratching the surface, sweetheart. It's 30 minutes a day. What I've been teaching you a lot is the what you should do, but not necessarily the how you should do it. So it's going to be jam-packed and it will cover so many different topics, and it will take you through the 5 stages all the way from discovery to dream and so on. But it'll go so much deeper, and because we'll have a small intimate group, you can ask whatever questions you've got. We can work through challenges, opportunities that you've got as well. So it's going to be fabulous, trust me, fabulous. And the women have all loved it. I'm also going to give you 3 months of free access into the membership that I've launched as well. And again, the women in there, say hi if you're in the membership group, are loving that. And in that membership group, if over the summer, if you still want to keep things dialed in, we do things like a monthly book club. Every 2 weeks, I do a hot seat coaching. So if you've got something that's front of mind for you, we can sit, I can coach you, and we can get the perspectives of the group as well. So real practical advice and support. I do a monthly workshop in there. You get discounts on things like this as well. So you get lots of benefits too. So that's one of the benefits of being in the group. If you take the commitment, because obviously it's just around the corner, it's going to be not next Wednesday, coming the Wednesday after. For the first 5 people that sign up, and I need to share what, I won't name names, but one eager beaver, one woman who is bloody fantastic and who has actually signed up overnight. For the first 5 women that sign up, I will give you a one-to-one deep dive coaching session for free. What I'll also do, there's lots of other bonuses as well, it's just these are the highlights. What I'll also do is give you access to my Superpowers course as well, which again walks you through how you can identify what your strengths are, what your passions are, what your talents are, and what your superpowers are, so that you can go out there and take them into the world and impact on your life and the lives of others as well. Hi Hannah, yes you have, my darling. Good, I'm so pleased. So I have got the link in here. I will try and post it in the group, if you bear with me one moment, my darlings. Check out the link, okay? Oh, sorry, Katie, that was you that was asking that question. I thought it was, do you know what? It's because she said, hey, chick, and I saw the chick and thought of Julia Chick. I'll come to you separately. I've got special offers on for my Illumina and basically look after you all. You know that I look after you and spoil it already. So that is it, my loves. I'll take a breath from there. So in summary, if you've enjoyed the taster of this week, I want to get closer. There's limited spaces. I don't want it to be a huge group that's just going to get unwieldy and you're not going to have your voice heard. This is going to be a really personalised, intimate experience. It's not for everyone. As much as I'd love you all in there, it's not. And I'm so protective of the vibe within the group, of the energy of you all, of my energy as well. So what I'm going to do, you can apply to be in the group. It's really simple, the application process. If you click on that link I've just popped in there, my loves, it will take you through some simple questions so I can get to know you more, and then we'll just jump on a call, 20 minutes, half an hour maximum, and make sure that I understand what you want to get from it, and then I can help you to work out if it's the right program for you. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 it, ladies. Those spots aren't going to be there for very long, I promise you. I know that one of the spots has already been taken up. Any questions at all, give me a shout, okay? This is for women who want to make those changes in their lives. and super excited to fall in love with their lives again and let go of perfect, let go of perfectionism, and start seeing the dramatic changes in their lives that you all deserve. I hope that's okay to share. You have been asking me, Laura, what's next? I don't want to leave you in limbo. So quick recap on the growth work. 3 changes in the next 12 to 24 hours. Taking action. One of them could be clicking on the link and booking in some time with me. That's a very wise decision. The other thing is I will share the planner with you as well, my darlings, so that you can start working through that. If you think it's a useful tool, great. If you've got something that's better, awesome, share it. If it's not your cup of tea, don't worry about it, my love. Just take away the key messages of being more intentional with your time, applying those boundaries. Let's stop doing stuff that we don't want to do. Honestly, try and outsource as much stuff as possible, even it be the cleaning, cooking, in a WhatsApp group with some of the girls from your school that every time the alert goes off, your heart just sinks. Let's be brave. Let's remember we've got the pens in our hands for our own lives, haven't we? We're the bosses. We say what goes on and what doesn't go on. And let's do it, lady. Thank you so much. That's a lovely thing to say. I really appreciate that. Thanks, Trisha. I love you, darling. Oh, Vicky, you've written a whole new course and doing your course, so inspiring. Vicky, you're amazing. All of these women, if you think about as well, the thought just occurred to me, if you think about time too, and you think about how much time we give to other stuff that doesn't matter, really, like we can easily knock 2, 3, 4 hours sometimes on a Netflix binge, can't we? In a scroll hole for hours at a time. With coaching, it gets you the results so that you can get to where you want to be faster. And sometimes when I work with clients, they're like, oh, well, that all sounds great, Laura. But actually, oh, thank you so much. You're very, very welcome. Thanks, Denise. It might be that, yeah, and drop off, ladies, by the way, if you need to. I'm conscious I've gone over time, but I'm here for you if you want to hang on. We can get to where we want to be quicker, but we just need to be really intentional with our time and cut out a lot of the distractions, because we only get one life, my loves, don't we? So let's make it the best one that we've got. Okay, my angels, has anybody got any questions? I'm excited about tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be good. So tomorrow's our last day. I'll put a post on there as well, which is declaring our final Ds. So this is where you're going to come into the session. I'm up for feedback, actually, again, using the iPhone model as to what you would like it to cover. Do you want a visualization in there? I can do a visualization. A nice empowering, uplifting one. We can start talking about celebrations. I want to hear from you. What have been the breakthroughs? What have been the changes that have occurred this week in you? So yeah, anybody, just let me know what you would like, if there's anything specific that you want in tomorrow. But for now, I will love and leave you. You were very welcome, Vicky. I see you all, ladies, Denise, oh, Trisha, the whole shebang, Melanie, ladies, you are wonderful. Well done again to those people that have been able to work on the growth work. You know, we talked about a bit of tough love, so awesome if you can do the growth work. But you know what? Just turn up, because you'll learn so much in these sessions, even if you don't get the chance to do them straight off. So the cost of the programme, the investment, is on there as well, sweetheart. Who is that? Let me have a look. I'll be able, or just DM me. I'm really transparent, so I'll put it all on there as well. You are very welcome, my ladies. Enjoy the rest of your day, gorgeous girls, and I can't wait to see you tomorrow. Love you very much. Take care. See you soon. Bye.